What if I told you the most powerful thing you can ever do is not having a 4.0 GPA? It's not having a huge social media platform, and it's not being the most talented person in the room. It's about being yourself, being true to yourself. It's about authenticity, and authenticity will take you farther than any fake version of yourself ever could. In this day and age, I feel like everyone's trying to be like the next person, whether it be their fashion sense, whether it be their lingo, even just like their social media accounts, just like how their aesthetic, just copying someone else. It just feels like there's like this silent pressure to water ourselves down just to be accepted. And I feel like the truth is when you shrink yourself to fit in, you lose the very thing that could drive you to the drive to make you out. The drive to make you stand out is what I tried to say. I feel like that leads to burnout. It leads to like identity crisis. It leads to questioning yourself, questioning your own existence. It feels like you've been pretending for so long that you've come to like a point in your life that you don't know who you even are anymore. And that's just not something you want to deal with, especially in college. Um, you have a lot of stuff going on, between classes, between extracurriculars, and just social life in general. So just having, to have your own personal things going on outside of all the other taxing and high demand asks, that are already being asked of you. Just having like your own personal problems like that, especially to like that caliber, is just it's extra baggage that you just don't want to put in yourself. So I just feel like being your authentic self doesn't mean being perfect because everyone is flawed. It just means being honest. It means standing in your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. It builds trust and confidence. You're not acting, you're living. The people you admire are flawed. Nobody's perfect. We all have, something bad about us, something that, doesn't resonate with the next person, but, that's just who we are. We're products of our environments. Some things, is just how we're brought up. That doesn't mean that we should be shut down for it. That means that we should open our brain to the possibilities, build better understanding. That's how we make more connection with people. And I feel like, that's already a problem we deal with in society because people don't think the same and people will never make the change to even try to understand how the next person feels. So that's why we're so stagnant, as a society. But what can you do about it? I think the best thing about it is that, even though you may feel like there's nothing good about you and that these people may have this, that, and the third, understand that you are one of one. Individually as yourself, you are one of one. No one else thinks what you think, knows what you know. You use that to your advantage and, bask in that and feel good about it because you are you. You should feel good that you are yourself. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Start small. Speak up for yourself when something doesn't, sit right with you. Wear an outfit that you actually like. Be weird. Be well-rounded. Be versatile. You know what I'm saying? Be open-minded. Complexity is everything in a world that is so stagnant, on not expressing itself. On expressing itself, I mean, we're stagnant on expressing ourselves. We actually literally need to start opening it up more. And I don't know why that's like such an ask. Why can't you be yourself? But we shall prevail. The last words I have for you is just let the world meet the real you. It'll take you places that faking could never, even imagine. So stick to your truth and let things fall in place.